Yay! We have hit 100k subscribers! Woo! Yay! So, Supernatural Confessions has finally hit the 100k subscribers. And so, will Eugene ultimately get, that golden plug they always give the YouTubers? Okay, we'll gun for him, okay? We'll harass YouTube for it. Woo!
I really don't feel good like this. We're getting a
Is anyone here? What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.
Wow, 100k confessions, is it? That's a lot. I think I probably have like a couple of thousands now, but 100,000 confessions sounds like the whole of Singapore is very, very haunted. But yes, 100k subscribers. Thank you so much, everybody, and thank you, Belinda, for that nice, rousing introduction this morning.
Yeah. So today we film in the morning. You see, it's
Yeah.
daytime.
Because yesterday we were supposed to film last night. Usually we film every midnight
Yes.
or past midnight
Yes.
on Monday, but I was up since 8 a.m. and I didn't stop working till like close to midnight. By the time I'm done, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to give a very good quality
Tired.
housekeeping, right? So let's not force it. So this morning, bright and early, we are ready to rock housekeeping. 8th of October.
Not really.
Yeah. We are your hosts. My name is Eugene Tay, and that is Belinda.
I'm Belinda.
Looking like a sweet girl next door today. Not so much of the succubus that you last saw her on the featured confession. Many people say it was very distracting, you know. People say very distracting
Cannot
that
everyday
video.
I know, I saw. It's clickbait, Y'all know, watch YouTube so long already. Definitely need to have clickbait in the YouTube.
Someone was even
Right?
saying
If not, why people will watch?
someone was saying the sea aquarium called they wanted their starfish back.
Didn't see that. I will go and read the comments, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite cute. But I hope you guys enjoyed
And
it.
yeah, and thank you to all our featured confessions, confessions who actually, went down and gave me your confessions. I love you.
Yeah.
Yay!
There's even one guy that said he was the guy featured on the very first front part of the video, which is I think the one with the lightsaber.
I think so. I cannot remember.
Yeah, so if the cosplay community is watching this video, thank you very much. We hope to see you guys again in 2025.
Yeah, there's one in the year end. You'll see.
Okay. What other creative ideas do you have, B? What's up your sleeve?
We'll see.
Okay.
What other creative ideas are? I have all these things right in the factory, right? Okay, the factory sometimes just suddenly churn out idea one. Yeah, you have to wait for the right moment. Catch me in the right train. Yeah, then I just send you.
Okay. You cannot rush genius.
Yeah, you cannot rush creativity. I'm
Yeah.
like the architect. Like this one not nice. This one just like that lah. Can.
And also, we want to give you away special prizes. Nothing too big. Something that we just tied up with Shaw Theatres, because Shaw Theatres have been a very big supporter of Supernatural Confessions. Have been giving us tickets. This is no exception as well. We have 10 pairs of tickets to be given away.
Whoa, what's that?
And you're hearing it here first before I even put it up online. Okay, so let me go check out the copy that was written. Oops. Give me a minute.
Bagman.
I saw the trailer. It's actually quite short.
You know what I'm imagining right
What?
now? I'm imagining like a girl, like influencer girl with like the handbag small one.
Yeah.
Then it's like, hey, hold my bag, eh? There the bag then.
Then the sim just hold her handbag for her, is it?
Yeah.
Let me read this out. 10 pairs of movie passes to Bagman up for grabs. Tell us what frightened you as a child, and stand a chance to win a pair of movie tickets to the upcoming horror movie Bagman NC-16 opening on the 17th of October. Contests will close at 6 p.m. on 18 October, Friday. Next Friday. Winning entries will be announced on Supernatural Confessions Friday Night Live at 10:30 on 18th October as well. By participating, participants acknowledge that they hit the age requirement to watch Bagman, which means you are at least 16 and above. Passes can only be used from the 24th of October onwards. T&Cs apply to the passes. Okay. So 10 pairs of passes giveaway. You are hearing it here first. Leave it in the comment section of this YouTube video, of housekeeping video. What frightened you as a child? And we'll compile all the answers together. We'll let Shaw pick 10 of their favorite answers, and we will release the winning names next Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and
So
another-
what frightened you, Eugene? I want to know.
Okay, so minus cockroach aside, I think everyone knows that. But I wasn't afraid of cockroach as a child, you know that. I was okay with
Oh.
cockroaches. I remember even catching them in my hand. But what really frightened me, I guess there were two things that frightened me of equal fear level. One is turning my back to the mirror in a dark room. So I see, you got a mirror here, right? You look at the mirror in the dark, so you can see like there's a silhouette of you, dim lighting coming, maybe say from the toilet, and then you turn your back to the mirror, then you do other things. Then slowly the reflection of the mirror turns towards you. So there's always been a fear in my head, irrational fear. And the other one is I would not sleep with my leg sticking out of the bed because I'm afraid that the monster from under the bed will come and grab my leg. Yeah.
But I know, as we hear so many confessors, they will say the apparition will now sit on your bed. Habis.
Yeah. I never had a sleep paralysis. Never had that. So, thankfully, touch wood lah. That maybe don't need to happen anytime soon lah. But that's my fear. What's yours?
Okay, so as a child, I'm very typical lah, fear of the dark. You know why?
Why?
Because as a child also, I know whatever I see in the dark is not supposed to be there.
Yeah, you got third eye some more. Huh? Yeah. Okay.
So every time I see already, I'm like, Mommy! And then after that, here comes, don't have such thing. You never do like bad things. They won't come to you.
Very Asian mother, right? You never do anything bad. Don't worry. The ghost cannot harm you.
Yeah, but now, okay, think about it. What if the past life I'm like some villain, I set the village on fire?
Yeah lah. Kena lah. This life kena.
Who knows?
Yeah. So send in your comments to us in this video on the YouTube comment section. What frightened you as a child? And if Shaw likes your answers, you win for yourself a special pass to Bagman. Okay. A couple of other more things to shout. Ooh, this one is over at the Shell Oil Lubricant Refinery, abandoned. So we had this was the second week, last week. And
This was the tour that you have, right?
yes, in Woodlands. Yeah. So because of popular demand, we are releasing 2 more new dates. If you would like to join us, just get in touch with us. I think there's one in October, one in November, and I will link you up with Stanley and Amanda, who's co-hosting this on Abandoned SG. So SC and Abandoned SG have kind of like come together to create something called Hidden Heritage. So putting my love for history and heritage and their love for abandoned places and also history and the dark history of the place coming together to create more crazy tours like this. So, well, get in touch with us if you want to join this tour. I think tickets are once again selling out very, very fast.
But you must put clickbait first. So any scary story here or not? Anything, anybody saw anything spooky or what? Then you have to put a bit of clickbait first. Then people will, I also want to do. Right?
Okay. There is, because I spoke to the security guard, right? He says, abandoned places sure got things one lah. But because we are going in the morning at 9 a.m., right? Even if there was a ghost standing in front of you and a shadow person, you probably won't see it lah. So, yeah, there's an unfortunate thing. This is not an unfortunate thing, but the thing about this particular tour, it is not a supernatural tour. It's more of an adventure tour where you can climb things, go abandoned places, and there's a secret location that we did not reveal that has an underground tunnel that you get to climb down, and you be like your little Tomb Raider and Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I got what's that called? The trapping
Claustrophobia.
I cannot. That was the only thing that scared me in Halloween Horror Night. The one that I got irrational fear. I need to somebody help me. I'm gonna die already.
Okay. So maybe the last bit might be a bit of a scare for you lah. But I think what I love about this is that it's hidden. It's not something that people know. And when I told them about this tour and the content of the tour, when we are bringing the participants along, they says, we have no idea at all. I'm like, yeah, we're in Singapore, right? We're all Singaporeans. We live here for like almost close to half a century for some of us, or quarter of a century. we don't really go beyond our own neighborhood or see beyond the malls and the places that we know. But then we say, Singapore's so small, Singapore's so small, I'll go overseas and check it out. But actually, Singapore, there's a lot of hidden stuff that y'all don't know.
Yeah, a lot of my cosplay photographers and the cosplayers also say that they go and want to shoot like some certain scenic view, right? Then they go and seek out all these abandoned places, and then that's where you will have all our confession story for next time.
Lah, yeah. Like that girl, remember the one she said she took a photo. If you watched the last week featured confession with the cosplayers, they went to an abandoned warehouse to have a photo shoot, and then
they see apparition, in the abandoned building, and this is not like one or two cosplayers saying or one or two photographers saying. I got a photographer who also said that they went to like some abandoned place. I cannot remember where. Sorry, forgive me. But okay, when he went there and then he was alone. I don't know why he decided to go to abandoned place alone, right? Number one, dangerous, right? Yeah. Physically also dangerous. Then he said every time when he entered that particular area, I cannot remember, it's like an abandoned car park or something. And then after that he says, right, he knows he's not supposed to be there. It's like a very strong feeling, right? It's like, get out, that kind of feeling. Yeah, and that's when you know.
There's one place I went to, right, Singapore. I don't think you can go in legally, lah. But back then, we used to climb in. COVID time, right? No one's around and every place is like abandoned. And it's like, I think it was an abandoned abattoir. So you get this whole row, this large warehouse, and then it's dilapidated and falling, and like trees will have collapsed, and you have to walk over. It's really, like, the movie, like the documentary, like A Time After Human Civilization. Everything's like post-apocalyptic. Okay. There's nobody around. COVID time, right? Everything is just bare and trees.
Still, yeah.
The grass have really grown chest high. And there was this banana tree with flowering fruits and everything, and that big, they call it the jantong, the heart of it, red. And I'm like, if there's a Pontianak here, that would be the place. So we stayed all the way until past sunset, like 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Oh my goodness, the feels of that place. Yeah, I mean, it's gorgeous to take photographs there. It was abandoned. But I bet you there are things there. Because the minute the sun set, temperature drop, you feel that you're not alone anymore. Like almost like, from the shadows, you feel like things come out. Now, to be fair, I don't know if it was my imagination or really there were things. But all of us were there. Our spider sense was just tingling. And we were just looking around. And we didn't even mention like, is it scary or not? It's just that we were talking. Then the minute the sun set, there was an immediate darkness. Like you can see the sun moving. Then it was like twilight, then total darkness. Then we had to use our torchlight and all, right?
Yeah.
The entire mood just changed.
Yeah, the goosebumps. Woo.
Yeah. Then we look at each other. We're like, where do we go? Then because it's so big and so deep that we have walked in quite far, the minute the sun has set and it's total darkness, you get very disorientated because it doesn't look like how it looked when you first came in. So every corner that you turn, every place that you move just looks the same.
Oh shit! Because like it's like almost like a maze, really, is it?
Yeah. Because it's warehouse, right? So all warehouse look kind of alike, and the entrance and the exit of the place is just one small hole in the fence. Then you're trying to find that small hole to get out, right? And it's like, where's the damn hole now? Where am I? I thought we were here. How come it feels like we're walking this place again?
Oh, there. Maybe that's how the spirits feel there. Shit! Eternal darkness.
Then we found out that actually nearby, just maybe less than 10 meters from the fence, there was a murder and a death there. A body was abandoned there for like weeks before it was found. Yeah.
Oh my god, this is scary.
Yeah, abandoned places. So we'll try to create as many tours as we can to places that are legally allowed for us to access, but also with the kind of adventure streak of being abandoned. And if there's any haunting there, it's a big bonus for you guys.
But if you got the pictures, right? My friend also mentioned that he showed the photograph to one of like the other friend that has like a very like clear third eye, like she can really see from pictures also. She saw a lot of apparition, And then you know what she mentioned? She said that the apparition is looking at the photographer, looking straight into the camera.
You know what's the problem with this kind of photographs? those with the third eye can see, but the majority of the people, like 99% of human race,
Cannot see.
cannot see. Then the 1% end up sounding crazy. That's why even if photographs exist and we show people, chances are it's just going to get shit upon lah.
Washed away. Yeah, that's.
Remember, there's one Sifu, the one that talk about Changi Hospital and the cinema. There's a lot of ghosts, and she keeps circling everything. Every photo she circle, then everyone else cannot see what the hell's in the photograph. Then she cannot make fun of her. Then now never hear of her anymore.
Poor thing, actually. Okay, anyway,
Right.
let's move on.
Let's move on to
What's
today's
next?
first highlight of the day. Is from Bukit Brown Cemetery. Okay.
So this is sent in by John Lee to our Facebook group. Thank you so much for doing the exploring for us. I think many of us don't dare to go to this kind of cemetery places in the middle of the night.
Well, let's give people a bit of background information about Bukit Brown Cemetery.
Yes,
What do you know about Bukit Brown Cemetery?
I know nothing.
All right, Bukit Brown Cemetery is one of the oldest cemeteries in Singapore.
Okay.
And it made headline news a couple of years ago, few years back, not couple, because the government decided to exhume thousands of graves in Bukit Brown. Most of them have no family, no lineage, no.
So it's like those very, very old, don't know when kind of spirits.
So it's like one of the first cemeteries in Singapore. But of course, in Bukit Brown also have very famous people like the founder of OCBC Bank, some philanthropists, some rich folks that still have family generation down. And they would take the higher part of the hill to have their tomb there, because the Chinese believe that the higher you are, you face east, it's easier for your spirit to fly back. Right? And feng shui is good for your family, your descendants. But those in the valley one, where the the weeds have overgrown, the tombstone have collapsed. So the entire area they kind of exhumed and they built a highway through it. And of course, when they were building the highway, there were stories of how the highway cannot be completed in time. There were accidents, sightings of ghosts just appearing on the road when people were driving down. And also Bukit Brown have many tours. People conduct tours there. I conduct tours there myself. If you like, I can bring you on an adventure path to see the site of Bukit Brown that is not touristy. And also the most famous tombs there are the one with the two Sikh guards. You see that in photos all around. When people go to Bukit Brown, they'll take a photo there. There's a particular site of graves. The entire family was there. There are two Sikh guards standing. Bayi lah, turban. Because back then, in that 1800s or early 1900s, the Sikhs were actually very trustworthy guardians for the British India Company. It's like how now we would hire the Gurkhas. Singapore hired the Gurkhas, right? So the Sikhs used to be seen as very powerful guardians. So when they put the Sikh statues there, it's supposed to guard the area. But it's so beautiful, it's so iconic, people go there and take photo. So Bukit Brown has the beautiful touristy parts, especially when you go during 7 months, you see all the candles light up. And also the parts of Bukit Brown that people don't usually go. Yeah. So
I see.
That's Bukit Brown for you.
I'm not sure whether it's the same cemetery, but I remember there was someone who took a picture of the cemetery, right? And then after that, there was like just one grave only, right behind one bus stop. Is it the one? I think it's Tan Tock Seng. Is it the guy who founded the hospital, and then he had his grave just by himself only, like right on top of like some random hill.
Near Outram. That's near Outram.
That's another one.
Grave of Tan Tock Seng is actually near Tan Tock Seng. It's near SGH. It's not near Tan Tock Seng Hospital. It's near SGH.
Okay.
Is that the one at Outram, right? So when you take a bus down from Outram, it's on the hill, facing the road, very close to the road. You can literally see from the bus stop, you can look out and there's a tomb there. That's Tan Tock Seng's tomb.
So the belief is still the same, right? If you're higher above the ground, then after that, the soul will be easiest to find. He's the only unit there. I think easiest to find.
Yeah, lah, but not very scenic. Got roads, buses pass by near the junction, very noisy.
No choice lah, right? Nowadays.
Lim Bo Sing one is at Macritchie, also on the hill.
Oh.
Then people will
so
go there
if-
and exercise in front of him. So he get to see at least he just see girls in yoga pants working out in front of him. So he got a better end of the deal.
Okay, but so the Bukit Brown one, back to the video.
Okay, back to the video.
I think those are a pair of eyes. Not like somebody flash torchlight lah, right?
But
Okay.
hantu eyes or
That I don't know because like to me, I know that some people say that the animal eyes will reflect light in the middle at night, right?
Yeah.
Then but this one the light reflection a bit too much leh. Do you think so?
Okay, so I go on night walks, right?
Yes.
And see, it says John Lee from Wildlife Asia. So I got a feeling the video came from Wildlife Asia. They are looking for animals. They're looking for
I
night jars and everything. So what we always say for animal eyes is they reflect light. So when you look at this, it's on the ground. You see, it's not. It's not in the tree. Even if it's a tree, could be animals lah. But I got a feeling if it's on the ground at this height, it's likely animal because what Pontianak proning down on the ground on the grass, is it?
No lah, maybe got like not only Pontianak mah. I see this 可怜的 Miss P 每次 always we talk about her. Maybe it's like some I don't know some person that like to crawl on the ground.
Oh, the hantu on the ground, the crawling like that.
The one that who knows, right? You cannot see the mouth only.
Yeah.
Maybe we like do some photo editing, then after we like super like contrast it, then you can see like that.
Okay.
Who knows?
I love it. I love it. I think it's an animal, but I want it to be a hantu. The one that's on the ground. Okay. Let's see what the comment section, what people have to say about this. I'm sure you don't expect to feel relaxing there. After that two eyes staring at me and disappeared, I felt a sense of presence came towards me and ooh.
Immediately get into a vehicle
So
and drove
fell.
off.
I love it. The eyes looking back, use a dog. Got some more comments here. Every time people go there, they say or feel, never show any proof at all. This kind of place show will make you feel that scared, then don't go lor. Right, they are everywhere and every time of the day. Cemetery and moonlight, long fangs, red eyes, and long hair. Hollywood ghosts, I know. What's me? See me, he said.
Hollywood ghost this one.
There's
No
another.
lah, I think he waiting for Halloween horror night. This one, long fangs, red eyes, long hair.
Yeah.
I don't think every hantu is like that lah.
Right. Yeah. So, okay. So I think it's an animal, but I want it to be the. What about you?
I think it's
Okay. Let us know in the comment section what you think. But more importantly, we don't just want to hear it's a hantu or oh, it's the animal. If it's animal, what kind of animal? If it's a hantu, what kind of hantu do you think it is?
For our Facebook group, right? A lot of people are sending like cat and dogs picture. And then it's like with the most innocent eyes and stuff like that. Like for example, like Jack also says just meow.
Our Facebook group people are very funny and crazy. What Facebook group are we talking about? This Facebook group. So if you are interested to join us on Facebook, look for It Must Be the Hantu private group. You just click on join.
Yeah.
We'll
And
sort you out.
ever since we started housekeeping, our Facebook group has grown 2K in size. I noticed the number.
Yeah. And it's not just 2K because we got probably like a lot more people joining, but we don't accept every single person. The easiest way to get accepted is just be honest with who you are, be authentic, answer the questions so that we know you're a human being and not a bot or a troll. And then you just get in lah. Then enjoy yourself there. So sometimes we get accounts of people having weird names or just sign up. It's very dodgy lah. I mean, chances from experience, we know that these accounts usually go in to create havoc only. Yeah. So 2,000 solid quality newcomers. Congratulations and welcome to the family. Okay. Next one. If you see a sign like this, that's maybe a place you do not want to enter.
I saw this also. Then I was like wondering how come got warning? Why the staircase got warning? Is it like CEO office do not go up or what? Then the more I read, the more question mark I have in my head. So it says, if you see stairs, do not ascend. This building has no fourth floor. The voices calling up to you do not belong to your loved ones. It made me wonder what kind of building is this? Is this like a hospital or what?
There is a building in Malaysia back when I was, my family was staying there before our BTO was built. There's a particular building that has an elevator leading up to a wall.
Oh.
So, Malaysia malls are very huge, right? So there are escalator, everything. And there's one escalator, you go up from like third floor or second floor to third floor. Then the shops are like closed, no business, everyone all closed down. Then there's another escalator leading up to a wall. I'm like, why? Did something happen and they sealed up that place?
Then you'll see that the one that running around with free.
I tell you, if I have a building next time I have a shop, right? Or I always dream that one day I'm going to have like a 3-story shop house, the museum's on top, and then like we have F&B and the shop is below. I'll put up signs like this and fuck with people.
Hey, later people really, believing is like, going to manifest things and stuff like that. I cannot remember what's the saying, right? Okay, but what if because you put up that sign, you make people believe that there's actually stairs and it actually, it happened.
Then good lah. It feels very nicely in the supernatural
Then
confessions.
suddenly the CCTV capture this person, like it glitched for a while, then suddenly, suddenly got staircase, and then you see this fella just go up, and then that's how it's gone.
There's a portal. Then that will make good content for our show.
And everybody will be saying that you fake.
If I got see, because I already got an occult museum on top, the whole place is going to be like filled with haunted artifacts. What I'll do is just put CCTV, then create 24-hour live stream video lah. Y'all, why you going? Nothing to do, cannot sleep at night, right? You all go and watch. Hopefully, you all can capture something.
Become free security guard for the
place. Yeah. That's how I roll.
Then once in a while, right? Suddenly your phone will ring crazy at night. Eugene, we saw somebody in your museum.
It just faded through. Go up the staircase and faded through the wall. I like this one. Okay, now let's go on to our confession for today. Ooh, this one is by Aya Maya. It's quite a long confession.
I think this is a quite popular confessor because I saw in the comments a lot of people is like, yeah, you're back, good story and stuff like that. So do you know who is Aya Maya?
Never met her personally before, but of course I've seen her name appear on our Facebook group, and usually very interesting, very scary confession
stories, right?
Yeah. Okay, shall I read this? There's a few more to read today. Confession heavy, guys. Today is confession heavy. Okay.
This one is top notch.
Okay. Let me drink water first.
You want to do like a part 1, part 2? You can do like the 1, 2. I do the 3, 4.
Okay. Can.
Okay, it's cool.
West Coast story by Aya Maya. Our family moved to a flat in Clementi West as part of the government relocation plan. The last day in my kampong was bittersweet. We were leaving behind a tapestry of aunties and uncles who had woven themselves into the fabric of our childhood. Their laughter, stories, and warmth were treasures I would miss dearly. Life in the flats quickly became a new norm. We settled in comfortably, made new friends, and tackled our daily chores with a sense of contentment. But then, one night, changed everything. My second sister, Amy, hurriedly bid farewell to my mom before heading off to work. She was a supervisor at a cleaning company in Changi, and the shift ended at 4 a.m. Like clockwork, she would hop onto the company's minibus, knowing that my mom would be waiting for her at the end of the corridor. At around 4:30 a.m., Mom would walk to the end of our zigzag corridor, where she always waited, stubbornly, defying Amy's insistence that she should stay inside. From the 7th floor, Mom had a clear view of the roadside where the minibus would stop. That night, Amy spotted Mom from the bus as she waved goodbye to the driver. "It's okay, Uncle. My mom's there now," Amy assured him. With a nod, the driver closed the door and drove off. Amy waved to Mom and rushed towards the lift. Living on the 7th floor meant she had to go down to the 6th floor before climbing the final flight of stairs. As she reached the top, she turned towards Mom, only to feel a strange unease washed over her. Eh? Mom isn't wearing her tudung, she thought, slowing her pace. It was late, and she brushed it off, muttering, "No one will see her at this ungodly hour. Anyway." But just as she turned, something made her stop in her tracks. Amy's heart raced. Her eyes widened in terror as she saw it. A disembodied head, floating ominously in the dim corridor. Without a second thought, she spun around and sprinted back down the stairs. Her instinct screaming for her to flee, she bolted towards the neighboring staircase, yelling and screaming at the top of her lungs. When she reached our door, she glanced back and saw the head hurtling towards her. In blind panic, she banged on our door, shouting for help. Thankfully, the gates weren't locked. Mom, who had dozed off on the sofa, opened the door just a crack, and Amy burst in, slamming the door shut behind her. Suddenly, the head thing slammed into our door, shrieking loudly. The sound reverberated through the flat, and Amy trembled uncontrollably, fainting from sheer terror. Luckily, one of my brothers was a medic and rushed to her side, managing to revive her. She was deathly pale, her usual vibrant spirit dimmed by the shock. Dad was away that night, gone fishing with friends. My eldest brother, calm amidst the chaos, walked to the bathroom for ablution before returning to the front door. He recited prayers at the top of his lungs, repeating
verses until the shrieking gradually faded into silence. Soon after, the soft sound of the morning prayers began to filter through the radio, marking the coming of dawn. Amy was shaken and fell ill the following day. When Dad returned home at noon and saw her in that condition, he turned to Mom and nodded in understanding. He went to freshen up and then he sat on the sofa, citing the verse into a glass of water for her to drink, hoping to ease her frail nerves. Days later, I gathered the courage to ask Amy what she had seen that night. "It was so strange," she began, her voice still shaky. "Mom never leaves the house without her tudung, but that night I didn't even think much of it until I turned and I saw just a head, no body," she started. And the memory, that's when I ran. I didn't dare to look back to see if it was following me. Some of the neighbors later asked us if we had heard the commotion. They would hear screams and banging, but was too frightened to go and investigate. We nodded and kept our experience to ourselves, not wanting to admit the true horrors of that night. They probably thought that we were just scared as they were. In the days to follow, life slowly resumed its rhythm, but an invisible thread of unease lingered in the air. Our flat felt different, heavier somehow. And as I looked down into the corridor, I couldn't shake that feeling that something was still watching us from the shadows. We left our kampong, but the echoes of its warmth were still fading, replaced by something far more unsettling. The experience bothered us as a family, a shared trauma that reminded us of the fragility of our new life in our flats. Through life in Clementi West eventually returned to normal, that night still haunt us in ways we couldn't articulate. We were safe, but the spirit of the kampong lingers in our heart as a testament to the legend we left behind, as well as a reminder of the darkness that can seep into the brightest places. good confession.
Thank you all for watching. Names have been changed.
Yeah.
That's Maya. Maya for you. I mean the way
Top
she,
notch.
the way she,
Put it into words.
the way she narrates it, like it's. I mean, there's two kinds of confessions that usually come into my mailbox or my text, right? Or maybe more than two, in fact. So many different variations. Some will just tell you straight to the point. There's a punchline, and they go into it. Some will start building it. Some have a natural flair for the narration. Remember Kara? Kara was also the one who was at Tangling. All these are writers. I mean, it takes. Not everyone has a skill to tell a story. And that's where I come in. You tell me the confession, I turn it into a story, and I narrate it on Friday Night Live. Because telling a ghost story requires build-up, requires the lead-in, requires the actual climax, and then the follow-through, and what comes after that. So I think Maya has that. I got a feeling Maya's a writer. All right? Okay, so skills aside, let's look at the content of that particular confession. What do you think?
I think it's really spooky. Maybe something follow from the kampong into straight into their HDB life, right? Maybe there's some unsettled prayers or something to do before they leave the kampong, and then after that thing was unhappy, right? But if memory serves me right, I believe that's like a witch, right? You know, they will just detach their from their body, and then after they'll go out and look for like food at night.
Someone
Stuff like that
attended my walk with
regain
Hantu
their
Changi,
immortality.
right? Spot on. You remember that very well. The Penanggal, the floating head, is a witch who can detach from the body and go around looking for blood of infants and babies. As far as confession goes, you realize. As far as ghost story goes, you realize that different era have different kinds of story. The 1980s, the 1990s are huge for such HDB type haunting stories. The Nenek Keropok going around knocking on door to door, the flying head was a very common trope from Tampines, Bedok, Changi, the eastern shoreline. Full.
That side.
Yeah, but this is the west side. So I think the Penanggal trope is a very kampong tale because the origin of the Penanggal was a witch in the kampong. And she'll she'll have like a little hut where she'll go in and then she'll cast a spell. A bit like your Eastern European Baba Yaga. She's also a witch in a hut, right? So the witch trope is prevalent in all cultures around the world, but perhaps the Penanggal is the most popular in Southeast Asia. It exists in Indonesia, it exists in Thailand, it exists in Philippines, all under a different name. But still, it's a flying head that has attached entrails below. And why they haunt the HDB? Because the HDB are built on top all this old kampong. But what happened to the spirits who were there before? Since they can't haunt the kampong, they can't haunt the forest, they haunt the HDB.
The HDBs.
Yeah. But if you look at the confessions and stories coming out from the 2000s to present, the Penanggal almost has gone out of style. No more sightings of Penanggal. I have not seen or heard a recent Penanggal story.
Maybe the legend had like died already, you know. But I still hear like from a little bit older maybe not people from like the 20s or the 30s, or maybe people from like the 40s onwards.
Yep.
They still tell me about stories about the auntie that will knock on the door when you are pregnant and alone at home, or the uncle. So that story still like remains fresh straight into my mind. So that is like a very scary story. They'll ask for a glass of water and stuff like that. Very, very spooky story.
And if you open the door and you offer her water, she'll touch your hand and then she'll come inside or something like that, right? She'll hypnotize you.
Oh, she will take a baby or something like that. Yeah. Basically hypnotize you. Yeah, spooky story.
Yeah. Again, all those are very popular stories in the 80s and 90s and maybe up to the late 90s, because 2000 onwards, what you realize is our society behavior start to change. We no longer open our doors for people. We keep all our doors closed. Back in the old
It's
days,
true.
right? The kampong days and the early HDB days, all the doors will be open. The neighbors will know one another. You will talk. Now, and you don't hear any stories where I talk to my neighbor and we all talk about what's wrong. No. It's everyone is siloed to themselves. So ghost stories have a way of evolving as society evolves.
Now all the hauntings online already.
Like what we joked about the last time, right? The next time we hear Gen X or Gen A's confession is all about digital, blockish looking hantu. It's so
It's evolving.
it's
The
evolving.
ghosts are evolving.
Okay. Okay, let's see what people have to say about this particular confession.
You see, she has a lot of love.
Yeah.
So yes, sis, love your story. You're finally back. Welcome back after so long. So Eugene, you know what you should do? You should go and interview her. We don't know where is she, but we'll catch her somewhere.
Can
And then
you go and reach out to her? Click on her, go find her later and then drop her a message.
we'll see because some people lock their profile. We'll
Okay.
see whether we can reach out to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Penanggal,
Okay.
that's the one. Okay, we have another confession for you. This one is something to do with talisman.
Okay, so this is by anonymous member. It says, "Hello all. My family has a helper we recently hired from the Indonesia to take care of my mother-in-law. Recently, my mother-in-law has been hospitalized and my helper accompanies her to the hospital day and night. She returned home once in a while to get fresh clothes. The last time she returned, she didn't have time to wash her own clothes, so I decided to wash her clothes for her. So after washing, I discovered this in my washing machine that probably fell out from her clothes. What is this? And should I be worried?"
What is this?
It looks like a little talisman. But it looks like there's like some Thai writing on it.
Just look
But
tired.
you know, usually people, believers or non-believers, or you know, not very serious devotees of the religion, they usually carry like a talisman around, right, to protect them, right? And a lot of I know the Chinese parents also give the small talisman to their children just to wear, just for safekeeping, right? So the children, whether they believe it or not, they will still carry the protection talisman around. And I feel this is what it is.
Yeah,
Right.
we don't know for sure unless we open it up and we look at it. But if it's usually this triangle one, it's yellow or white, I think it's pretty harmless. And is it on the mother-in-law or on the maid's outfit?
It was on the maid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably her own protection amulet lah. Right? I don't think there's anything to be worried about. And you are right. I think most of us who grown up without very staunch religious belief, and if our parents are Taoist / Buddhist / free thinker, we would have it in our wallet. In fact, I think, oh yeah, my son don't have it, but I remember I used to have one all the way until I was in my adulthood. You have it?
Let me see. Let me see if I have it. I have so many things in my wallet.
I still do, you know. This is mine. So it's in a nice ampao.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. I have a lot of things in my rib packet.
What your Arsenal, is it?
Okay, I have one here. This one now modern already.
Wow, let me.
laminated.
So she still put stickers, put scotch tape.
No, this one they laminate for me, man.
Ah.
It's not big.
Oh.
The temple do it for me.
Ah.
And then this one, I have one. This is given by someone. This is, I don't know if it's you.
Oh, what's that? Oh, flower.
It's just a lotus.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Then this one is I believe this is a clear quartz. I keep for myself.
Okay.
A heart-shaped clear quartz. What we have in our wallet, jang. Wait. I got another one. This one I baked myself one. You see? So cute, right?
Hey, what's the difference from Japan? Konima, you sew it?
I sold myself, yeah. I embroidered it myself. So cute, right?
Wow, so cute.
Then I put a little bit of lavender inside. It's many years already.
Are you selling it? Is that for sale?
No, it's not for sale. It's mine.
Yeah, but let's say if we want to order from you, can you like make like 10 pieces of konima pouch?
Hey, I think if I want to do, I will sell very expensive.
Because of time, right? It takes a lot of time.
Yeah, it take a lot of time, a lot of my energy. I'm expensive girl.
Alright, okay. Let's see what else. I got a lot of stuff lah. But my wallet is very thin, so I don't like carrying thick wallet. So mine is just it's like more like a money pouch. So cannot fit too many things lah. Okay.
No, I think you should have the laminate one. All flat.
Have like a little one booklet, then see whatever ghost I'm dealing with, I can flip open and try.
The ghost will be like, apa ini like this new modern age.
A United Nation. Okay. Let's look at the comment section. Says looks like it's to prevent any harm to her, such as devil, etc. Same as Chinese talisman. It's okay to ask her. Please don't think negative. I agree with Rosalie Ahmad. Chris Chan says, let it go. If she's been good to you and your family, don't mess it up by asking strangers on the internet for opinion. I mean, it's not really strangers on the internet lah. It's a Facebook, our Supernatural Facebook group lah.
We are like ready for supernatural confession, you know?
Hi, in Islam, it's not right to have talisman. Just keep your cool. Bring it to a friend who can show any ustads in the mosque. Is she Islam? Is she Muslim?
We don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's anonymous, so we don't know whether of her origin. But maybe because why Islam is because the maid is from Indonesia.
Indonesia got Christian also, what?
我不知道. Indonesia also got Buddhist lah, you know. That very much look like a Buddhist talisman.
Yeah. Correct. Okay. So our conclusion is no need to worry.
Not anything spooky.
Yeah, just
unless you find underwear in your soup, nothing to fear.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, if you want, just go and ask her what is this, but don't go and like interrogate her.
Question her, right?
Say, I found this as I wash it. No, I think it's yours. What is that about? Can you explain to me? And then that's it lah.
Yeah.
Okay, one more. This one. Take a look at this.
See, this lady is working at a store when the door opens as a customer has arrived. Now she opens the other door to invite her customer in, and they go right away and start looking at product. As she's showing her stuff on the shelves, the security camera doesn't see anyone there, just the employee. Listening to the audio, you can actually hear the employee talk to the customer, still talking to her about stuff on the shelves. Right here, she's actually showing her a piece of product. By this time, the other employees came out because they were concerned after watching the video camera, see her talking to no one. As they approach her, she starts to break down after realizing there was...
She actually fainted.
Yeah. Okay, that doesn't look like a fake video lah, huh?
I know a lot of people will say like, she's trying to eat snake and stuff like that, but how she will open the door, right? The door, it looks like it's open by itself. Maybe we can go more forward to the video. Is the door able to open by itself?
I think what, reverse, is it?
Like, yeah, right to the front.
Okay, so...
Okay, the door's already slightly open.
Slightly ajar
right?
already lah, so wind blow, it can open.
Yeah.
But she walks up, and then she's talking.
She's greeting somebody,
Yeah.
right? She opened the other door to like, let the
Then she's
customer
bowing.
or whoever in lah, right? So I've seen these kind of videos, especially I think like the last one, there was one in the hospital, and then after that the door, the automatic door opened up, and then the security guard was like saying hi to somebody, and then there was nobody there. It's like a classic tale, the CCTV tale, where there's nobody there, and then you will clearly see your staff or like a security guard clearly interacting with somebody. My belief, I cannot see, but I believe there's a hantu there or somebody there.
I mean, it's in bright daylight. Something's coming in. What makes it... Okay, so if this was a prank video or if this was a skit, then it's a pretty simple and well done skit. It doesn't... without the music and without the narration, right? This can easily be taken as a real haunting, assuming it is a real haunting. If assuming it's a made up video, but if it's not a made up video and this is a real haunting, who is she seeing? Is this a hantu? Because it doesn't seem to be haunting her in the traditional sense of the word. It's just that they were not able to capture on CCTV, which means could these be vampires? You know, like some supernatural creature that just don't have reflection or cannot be captured by CCTV.
But if it's something that, only the CCTV cannot capture, and like, if you're real life you can see it, then her colleague when come out will see that person or that thing there.
Oh.
But her colleague didn't see. Her colleague was concerned and like asked her like, hey, who are you talking to?
Yeah, that's
and
true.
And then that's where she fainted. Right? So it was a apparition or something that she, was like kind of like targeting her in a sense that she was the only one who could see it. So I believe maybe this could be what happened, right?
Yeah.
Which was, something wanted to buy like some, it looks like a beauty product or some health product place, right? Where you have like shelves and you have like stocks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Maybe it could be like a spirit that wanted to, get the things that they have like in real life. Nobody, give them these offerings in like the afterlife. They don't have like supply franchise store in the afterlife. Then they went up and then they wanted to get things from her.
Oh, let's see what's this. What's that on?
Where?
I'm just trying to see what they're selling. They don't seem like any offerings. It looks like some tech stuff.
It's tech stuff, man. It looks like it looks like vitamin bottles to me, lah. I don't know. Like some health product.
Looks like torch. I have no idea what this is, man. Okay lah. But it is a weird video. Not sure whether it's haunting or not. But if it's a haunting, let us know in the comment section. What kind of haunting are we dealing with here?
Or
What
maybe
is
someone know who has this shop.
Okay.
Can let us know too.
Come, let's do it in the comment section. See what people think about this.
Yep.
Stage.
Yeah. New trend. Similar fakes. Fake. And how is this scary?
Daydreams and pretend to film. What's actually not working? What's so creepy? This one, John Cena. John Cena came in to buy things because you can see him. Okay.
So a lot of our people from the Facebook group say stage, but I think otherwise. So anyway, let us know, what do you think? Is this stage?
Yeah.
Or maybe someone with like a clearer, more controlled third eye can let us know.
You see, this is what I say, right? Like sometimes you can have a photograph, you can have a video of a haunting, you can put it out there online these days. No one's gonna believe. It's just that the world is so full of fakes, AI, people trying to get eyeballs and views that even authentic video, if it is, it's hard to get any believers. Look at me. 10 years ago, I was like, everything's the hantu. No, it's like, are we sure? A little bit of skepticism has crept into my life. Really. Okay. We got yes. One more confession for tonight.
One more confession.
I want to share with you guys a ghost story I encountered earlier this year while doing my confinement alone at my house. I live in a rental flat at Toa Payoh, and during that time, my second daughter was hospitalized, so my spouse accompanied her by staying overnight at a hospital, while for me, I stayed at home together with my newborn baby. During that time, I slept with my bedroom door open and lights on. I fell asleep as soon as I finished showering and feeding my baby her milk. Just then, about 3+, I woke up to a very loud knock on my bedroom door. It was so loud that I woke up in fear because I knew there was no one else in the house apart from me and my baby. I packed up all the essentials and ran to my elder sister's house, which was nearby. Over to you, B.
Okay, coincidentally, that day before that, I threw away a slipper that belonged to a postnatal massage old auntie, which refused to take it with her as she was fired by me because of the postnatal massage was more torment, pain than relief, and aches my body that my body was experiencing. She also did not know how to tie I don't know what's this,
Banking. Like
thinking.
for the baby, and I think.
Or is it like that cloth that people carry their baby around?
I think so. Yeah. Let me
Okay.
just Google it. Yeah.
Properly, and is always talking loudly on the phone when she's doing the massage. Definitely no professional.
Oh, sorry. Bengkang is the thing you tie around the stomach for postpartum. It's from Indonesia to push the stomach back in.
I think
Like a corset
to
lah.
keep it tight lah, right?
Like a corset.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So continue with the story. I wouldn't know whether she was behind this. I know for sure that subsequently I had some blue-black marking on my body, some scratches on my right arm, and I have many more encounters I will share with you soon.
Oh, nice. See lah.
Definitely sounds like a cursing or like some hexing going on, right? Super scary.
I want to find out what the committee has to say first before we comment. Let's go.
All right.
What's this one? Expand. Okay. Do you know the auntie personally, and how do you know her? Was it through recommendation, or she came herself to offer a service? Oh, good question here. Met her while I was heavily pregnant on the way back home from supermarket. She lives 3 blocks away from me.
That's what she say lah, right? Who knows?
She really knows her work, only taking chance with you. It smells too good to her.
Maybe she's like another Panangao, but modern version. Cannot detach her head and come to you, right? So she come to you in like a physical form. But she don't know shit lah, because she never go and learn her nonsense.
Last time you can be the head, you can fly into people's house. Now got a grill in high-rise HDB block, cannot go inside. So she walk through your house. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
she need to be invited in.
Yeah. Earlier this year, just this year.
So basically, our conclusion is throughout times old and new, that all the pregnant moms or fresh newborns are not safe.
You're fresh.
And she's still there to open the door. It's like her bedroom door somehow. I won't dare to open the door.
3 a.m.,
Then she rushed to her sister's house, means that she have to pack her stuff, take the baby,
Run
and then
through
go
the
to someone's
door
house,
where the thing
it
was.
means that she have to open the door. I like, no, that's it, bye. I will probably on all my devices. Maybe one for the Buddhist, one for the Christian, then one for the Islam, then maybe one for the Hindu. All the devices on the song. Then I just cradle a bit.
Sorry, don't come to me. Sorry. Spooky,
I call Eugene on the 5th device. Eugene, help me.
Give me your address. I'm coming down now. Okay, this week's confession all quite solid, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, there's one funny, Nine Emperor. You know about Nine Emperor? Zhou Huang Ye?
No.
The Zhou Huang Ye Festival was on the 1st October, runs all the way to 11th of October. And Zhou Huang Ye, for those of you who are not familiar with the Taoist mythology, there are 9 emperors that will come down to Earth on a very specific period in a year. According to the Taoist origin story, the 9 emperors represent the 9 planets. And why they come down, I guess there must be some cosmic alignment for them to be here. They'll be here for like 11 days or 12 days, and then they will go back up to heaven again. This particular festival is known for burning the boat. You put a paper boat on the sea, then you burn it. And then you will have a sedan when you invite the spirit from the sea into the sedan and you bring it back to the temple. It's an empty sedan, so you walk. It's a covered empty sedan. So 4 people will carry, and apparently the sedan will move on its own. So the 4 people will be tilted left and right.
Heavy, right? Because there's something on it.
Yes. I myself have carried a sedan before, and it's very violent. It can move very violently. But I don't know whether is it the other 3 person prank me and they move violently, or the sedan really move violently. It's similar to you play the Ouija board. Right? Imagine 4 people finger on a coin and start to move. You start to doubt whether is it really people, is it moving on its own or the 3 other friends are moving it, right? So similar. But it was The movement were very violent. So the idea was the spirit would come back to the temple and you would venerate the spirits by giving offering of food and incense, with the belief that these 9 deities and the mother would bless you with good luck. So it's a very Chinese thing lah. We ask for good luck, good health, for the right?
Typical.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the 9 emperor. A particular temple in Tampines was very creative in the way they designed their 9 emperor festival, because they have a soft toy.
Hey, you don't know about this soft toy? This is the famous Lulu bar or something.
Never
like that.
hear before.
So
Give me some background info.
Okay, so this one is done up by an artist. This mascot, this plush, right? And then it went famous and went viral. People were queuing up. One doll was I think $200 to $300. People queue up like crazy, like the McDonald's craze, the Hello Kitty craze. It was as bad as that. So people queuing up for this doll. And then I think when this festival happens and then they have this, everybody will be like, I want it too.
Interesting, right?
So even the festival, even religious sense, also they follow this trend, I guess.
But unfortunately, if you look at social media, not everybody appreciates this trend.
Yeah.
Some people
I know.
complain. They say that it bastardizes the tradition, it mocks the tradition. But then I got to admit here, when I spoke to the practitioners and those people running this festival, it was a declining trend. They're not getting new members. They're not getting younger members. Like the youngest member was maybe in their late 30s, early 40s. So typical of any association, the younger generations don't see the need to practice this anymore. So I can imagine that if you want to remain relevant and trending, you got to be innovative lah. So frankly, I want one. I want one of these two to collect. But in any case,
the last time I went to a temple also, like how they have like I don't know what to call them, okay, like pardon me, like the Chinese temple where they have like, I think the people working there, or maybe by volunteer work, people who are like cleaning up the place, or maybe practicing like some the temple belief to take over the temple later in the future.
Yep.
So I have seen people, but I don't believe they're locals. I think they're Malaysians. They're like 18 years old, but there were only 3 of them, at the center itself. So like what you say, the religion is kind of like, dying out with like the young people. Nobody wants to do this anymore.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was at the temple particularly because I wanted to close my third eye. It was that visit. And then after that, he looked at me, he's like, you have potential to do this. You can go into this. That's the reason why I cannot close the third eye. Yeah. So he was like saying, but he said, but I look at you, I know, 现在的年轻人, he says, nowadays the young people don't want to go into this practice.
Yeah.
Then I tell him, I cannot even write the Chinese words. You ask me to write Chinese talisman, how to write?
No, the one of the God will do it through you, lor. You don't have to write. Right? They'll sing his son, then you just.
I don't know what's my role in that. Is my role to be like, the one that the tanki, or is my role something else? I don't know. The role was not assigned because I didn't take up the job offering.
Maybe not yet. It might come one day. This kind of thing they say, if it's your destined to do, you cannot siam one, right? Reject. Okay, come to the very end. Oh, this one is quite cute. It's something funny. I like it a lot. We'll just watch.
Okay.
You want it more? You want it more? No! Oh my god!
typical household Asian father, growing up with him, he's very strict, he's very man. And then like
I like his face. He so left his body. Kena scold.
but this influencer is infamous for pranking her father.
Poor guy. Oh man. Okay, I like this one.
And then the last one, what do we have?
This last one is where we say goodbye and we end up with this clip. Please explain to us why do you pick this one?
Yeah, when I see this, it was in the middle of the night. Then I believe I have some sort of dyslexic, right? Okay. When I read, sometimes the word doesn't come out right, or I imagine things. But the more I read, I'm like, is this right? Am I too sleepy? So it says right now, the need for blood is rising, and then this hungry looking child looking straight at you. I think if you walk home from the bus stop, you see this, I think you will run home. It's a modern Penangau.
Oh my, we got a lot of imagination here today. The baby must feed. Is this your quote?
No, it was from the internet.
Well, that's all we have for you for today's edition of Housekeeping. Great confessions all around, great highlight videos. And as always, if you have something to share with us, send it to Belinda or myself, or just post it onto our Supernatural Confessions Facebook group called Must Be the Hantu, or just text me at 94594931. Housekeeping will be back next Tuesday. And Friday Night Live is coming to an end at the end of October. 1st November is our last Friday Night Live. So 3-4
For the
more
year.
sessions to go. Yeah, for the year before we take a break
Okay.
and then come back again next year with more surprises for
All
you.
right.
Alrighty.
Yes.
Stay curious. Stay cautious. Goodbye, everyone. I'll see you guys next week. Any last words from you, B?
The baby must feed.
Goodbye, everyone.
What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.